back again. I still have no voice. Your shirt of the day is Garrus, my space boyfriend. Yeah, alien space boyfriend. We know it to be true. Isn't that right, Garrus? Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so many of you know that I am total Tamora Pierce trash. I love her, and I've pretty much read all of her books. However, I had not read this one, The Trickster's Choice, in quite a while. I read it when I was pretty young, and I didn't really remember much about it. I did remember that I wasn't hugely impressed with it, so I was interested to read it again and see what I thought. And let's just say, past me was right. I wasn't terribly impressed. Now I know what you're thinking. But you just said you were Tamora Pierce trash. You have to love everything that she does. No. No. That's not how having a favorite author works. You are under no obligation to love everything that they do. And while I happen to think that she was brilliant while she was writing the Becca Cooper series, and I also quite enjoyed several of her other series, this one fell flat for me, and that's fine. But let's talk about it here because all of you know that I love Tamora Pierce, so what went wrong with this particular one? Now I should warn you, if you were thinking about reading The Trickster's Choice, this one falls after many of the other books that she has written, and to get the full effect and possibly even understand what is going on sometimes, you really need to have read probably The Song of the Lioness, definitely the Emperor Mage series, and probably Protector of the Small to fully understand what's going on. There's one scene in particular that will confuse the crap out of you if you have not read the other books, so, just so you're warned, that's a thing. One thing that I love about Tamora Pierce is that you can watch her growth. From her first books, the Song of the Lioness series, and you can watch her grow and develop as a writer, and I love that, quite frankly. I love seeing her series get better and better. However, and I don't know where she wrote Trickster's Choice in the lineup, but this one feels like she backslid quite a bit. I feel like she must have written it after the Emperor Mage series and after the Protector of the Small series because both of those are mentioned in this book. So, what's going on? What's going on, Pierce? What happened? What happened? With The Song of the Lioness, while I quite enjoy that series, you have a little bit of Alana being too good at everything. And while she does have some struggles, ultimately she always succeeds because she's got magic, she's got martial prowess, she's just a winner. And while that's really fun and empowering to read, it's not quite as engaging as some of Tamora Pierce's other characters who are often more flawed, often have a steeper learning curve, and get stuff wrong every now and then and fuck up. And I like those characters way better than the ones that are really perfect. So what happened then with Allie, the main character of Trickster's Choice? Well, she cannot fuck up. She is good at everything she tries. Like, she'll be like, here, try this new thing, and then she'll just be like, oh, I already knew how to do this because reasons. Like, nothing phases her, basically at all, except extreme bodily injury, which would phase anyone. But stuff happens to her in this book that probably should freak her out, and she just takes it in her stride. Yeah, Allie is too perfect of a character, she has no flaws, and everything works out for her, and quite frankly, that is boring to read. Another big issue I have with this book is that it has a bad case of white girl saves the brown people going on, because Allie has gotten herself involved with these people who I'm pretty sure her people, the white folks, have basically beaten down and, like, not subjugated, but definitely don't treat the same. And so it was really kind of problematic for me because Allie comes in and she just sorts everything out and she is like their guiding light. And they're instantly like, oh my gosh, Allie, you're so awesome. Please, white girl, save us brown people from our problems. I usually don't have problems in Tamora Pierce's books, not only keeping track of her characters, because she often has quite a few of them, she often has an ensemble cast, but also falling in love with most of her characters. Yeah, In Protector of the Small, there were a lot of characters, and I knew who they all were, and I liked them pretty much to a man. Sometimes I can have a little trouble with books if characters aren't well characterized. You start throwing names at me and I forget who's who, and unfortunately that happened quite a bit. Not only did I not know who was who, I didn't really care. None of the characters really struck me as whole people, which is a problem because Tamora Pierce's characters are usually very whole people with their own thoughts, their own desires, their own path in the story. Even when we're following the main character, you're like, what are those other characters doing though? I want to read a story about them too. And I did not get that with this book. It was very frustrating. I will probably read the next book in the series, so at least I will have a feeling of completeness, and I will have read all of the Tortall books by Tamora Pierce. Then I might have to go and read some of her other ones that are like The Circle of Magic or whatever that I tried to start and I wasn't very engaged by, but maybe I'll give it another try. However, I was, like I said, not impressed by Trickster's choice. I don't know what happened. I almost feel like the fans were really pressuring Pierce. They were like, what happens with Alana's children? And they were like, we want to know what happens to their children. And so she just typed this thing out without caring about it, it feels like. And she's like, here, this is what happens. Her daughter was perfect in every way and she saved the day. Are you happy? Happy fans? I have no idea if that's what happened. That's just kind of a general vibe I got from this book. Tamora Pierce, if you ever happen to watch this, what happened? If anybody knows what is up with this book, please tell me. And when I read the second in the series, I will be sure to let you know what I think about that one as well. Maybe it gets better. Maybe she comes back to form. I don't know. I'm not looking at any spoilers or anything because I don't want to, find out until I actually read it. But remember, guys, a lot of Tamora Pierce's books are amazing, and you should go read them, and you should definitely read the Becca Cooper series. I'm gonna just keep telling you that until you fucking do, because it's so good. It's so good. Especially if you're into character stuff, and especially if you're into strong female character leads. And not the traditional Katniss kick everyone in the face strong. I mean strong female character as in they have a strong character. That kind. Read that. And I will see you next time, where I hope you've done your homework and read those books for me. And we will return with whatever we happen to be doing next time. Bye!